Hello, my name is Anjela Jenkins. I work at Special Olympics International. I'm going to talk about a new project called Rosemary Collaboratory. It is trying to make a difference and speak up for the health of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. You may know Special Olympics as a sport organization, with good reason. More than 3 million people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including Down syndrome, participate in sport through Special Olympics. We call them athletes, but we also provide health programs. Our health programs keep athletes more physically active than just going to their sports practices. We know that accessing health information and services can be hard, so our health programs also provide athletes health education and health screenings. Our health programs are great, and they change and save lives. But we know that we cannot take the place of a health system. I lead our work to make health systems stronger and better able to serve people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Special Olympics recently started a project called Rosemary Collaboratory. It is named after Rosemary Kennedy, who inspired her sister Eunice to found Special Olympics. Rosemary Collaboratory has 3 big pieces. The first is what's called a health system assessment. In 8 countries, Special Olympics is going to look at health policies and information. We want to know about the laws and other rules that are in place. Specifically, we want to know about the rules that might help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities access health care and achieve their right to health. Or rules that keep them from doing that. For example, is there a health strategy or plan that talks about the needs of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities specifically? Does the country collect information about the health of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities? Are there people in the health system whose job it is to help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities navigate and coordinate the care that they need? Those are just 3 of over 60 pieces of information we will gather through the assessment. With the information that we get from the assessments, we are going to create a global report. That's the second piece of Rosemary Collaboratory. The report will have information about problems and solutions. It will point out problems that people with intellectual and developmental disabilities face to being as healthy as possible. It will also have good examples of when health and other systems helped people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to be as healthy as they can be. We want to use the report to get the attention on the issue of the health of those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Our aim is for governments to take actions so that there are policies and programs that help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to be healthy. The third part of our project is advocacy. Advocacy can mean a lot of things. To Special Olympics, it means speaking up for yourself, speaking up for others, and speaking up for your community to try to influence decision-making. At a global level, and in countries that are part of the Rosemary Collaboratory project, Special Olympics athletes and others will do advocacy. They will use our global report and the power of their own stories and voices. They will try to convince governments to make health systems better for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share how Special Olympics is trying to make a difference and speak up through our new Rosemary Collaboratory project.